Hey y'all, it's Kiyoshi, and I'm here with a brand new computer at this point in time. Yeah, it finally came in. So for those of you who are following me on Twitter, know that I've been trying to get a new computer for a while now, and I finally got one. January 5th. Yeah, and my original plan was to wait until I had gotten a new computer to start editing and uploading videos again. That was not the best idea. As you noticed, I have not, because I then became lazy for a few days, and then when I realized, oh, I should probably upload something, it's a little bit too late for that. It was, by the time I started uploading, it was like yesterday, I believe, the 12th. It is currently 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this. Anyway, and because of this, I want to say I'm sorry, because I've been pretty inactive on Twitter and YouTube for a while, and I haven't been editing at all, and I want to say I'm sorry. Hopefully this doesn't happen again, but knowing that school's about to start up again, who knows what could happen, right? Anyways, I thank you all for I think the few of you who are still sticking with me. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hello everyone, what's up? My name is Kiyoshi and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. In the last part, actually not a whole lot happened in the last part. We talked to Shizune and Misha a bit, we talked to Hanako a little bit, and we met Emmy, I almost said her last name, but we don't know her, well, her family name, I guess, would be, because there's also family name and given name. Her given name, I believe, is Emmy, if I'm correct with how Japanese Japanese names work. I am not sure. It should be. But anyways, we met Emmy, and I'm not gonna talk a whole lot, but considering the fact that I'm mentioning her specifically, it's pretty obvious that she's a root in this game. So we've gotten 4 out of the 5. We're missing 1 more. And who knows when she'll pop up. Anyways, that's enough talking. Let's get to this game, shall we? Lilly and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both of their lunch boxes. So, this is what you meant by coming here almost every day. Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch in here. It suits both of us, so we end up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they are a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again, and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess. You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay? For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I held it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason, I feel pretty uncomfortable about talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think they're buying it. But in what I assume is their way of expecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is just one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been going to this school? How long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Oh my god, my head. Alright, let me sit up and actually read this, because I'm gonna fall asleep in the middle of the recording, and that won't be good. If I fucking wake up with, like, no disk space. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So you've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them, even though I'm guessing that Lilly's blindness played a part in it as well. Can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out. I guess I'd better be off. Are you going with Hisao, Hanako? Hanako looks up for me, and for a second I can see that she is considering skipping classroom, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me. Skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me. I can't read words right. Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I filing out before her. We quickly walk down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, 3-2, I don't know, 3-2, fuck it, 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. Hisao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off on our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me, and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. We make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. I wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. God. Those. Great, maybe we can say it. That's fantastic. Yeah. Turning on my actual volume on my headset real quick. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Oof, excuse me. Ooh. God. Again, this is why you don't record after you eat, people. Ugh, God. Muto is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there is nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he was holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical for a brief moment. I'm reminded of Shizune. But the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I considered joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interests. I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. The toad looks at me in a way that quickly makes me want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just know what to think about the disabilities. It feels like that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they are blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student who isn't here. There's not a single student who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing Yuko did. No, they're right, but it's hard. How could you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face. But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Teacher! Fuck, I fucked up the voice so bad. Oh god, it cracked. Oh god, it cracked, fuck. Teacher! Why is my voice cracking? Ah! It's fucking cracking! Ah! That was... Teacher! Misha crosses in, hand straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging to the rhythm. Mito, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. Yukaido? Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes! But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it? We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. Listen to the stress. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood! Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left. So do you know where there's some? I don't understand. How would I know? Shi-chan, I mean the person thought that a teacher would know there was plywood. Is she wrong? Mito looks like he is in great pain, fanning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Okay, yeah, I think she just straight up has severe ADHD. Or like severe Asperger's or something. This is making it more and more obvious. I just got a friend that has Asperger's. He's a pretty cool dude. Pretty nice to talk to. And if you somehow end up watching this video, well, we need to talk more, man. Seriously. Anyways, looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there's any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any.
Aw, what should I do?
Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold dead hands, but that's a different matter.
Dad, I don't have time. We're so busy.
She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumbles the note she's holding against her hair.
I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we're falling behind the schedule.
Mittel looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. He switches, staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as trying to say, go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand.
You can? Thanks, Hitan. You are really nice.
She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her fingers, yelping,
Ah!
And looking very puzzled.
Come to think of it, what's Hitan doing here? Class is over, you should be having fun.
We just had a little chat.
Oh no, some tension, is it? Are you in trouble, Hitan?
No, I'm not.
Is Hitan in trouble, teacher?
No, he's not. Yeah, okay, I think she has like Asperger's syndrome or something. It's becoming more and more obvious. Mitsuo slays deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha and I have to help Misha get off her teacher's back. So, what do you need?
It's a list. I could try to find the plywood somewhere if there's none in the art room.
She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining student council or not.
Still, thanks, Hitan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building streak now, and we must hurry.
She bounces out the room, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written in small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly cheesiness, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit the hallway. The classroom closest to ours are designated belonging. The classrooms closest to ours, designated belonging to classes 3-31 and 32 on the right side and 34 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner of the room, so at least it looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody help? And something catches my eye, and I stop mid-sentence. Anyways, I'm gonna stop humming. Sitting on the desk is a short-haired girl. curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This is an odd way of dining. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. Rabbit in the headlights? What the fuck? I generally hear deer in headlights as a rabbit, whatever. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering that I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned in silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello. The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth, and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think? I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation to be false. You are pretty observant. I guess it does, but who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Hisao Nakai. I just transferred here on Monday. I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters don't feel appropriate at all. I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Her nose. Ugh. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, then the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal that you eat after lunch but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. I mean, CFS came up with fucking dinner, so that was the thing. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside? I've come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess. I am good at guessing, better than most people. Ren cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I've frozen in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone up here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Ren keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts the fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminating her face from the window on the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything with your head. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement, and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with, catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit the first thing I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrythmia. I said it. More like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me presses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you. Just, I collect people and a person with, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. Huh, so you just, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. A little to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away. But I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already, or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like everyone other student here, so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisao. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. And with that, I think I am done recording. Especially for the fucking night. I need to get some sleep, god damn it. It is almost 1:30 in the morning. I need to get some sleep and I'm starting to get tired here. And before someone says, "Was," fuck you, I have a test coming up. It's going to fucking murder me. Murder me if I don't study. Anyways, time to do my normal spiel. If you like the video, click that like button down below. If you want to be notified whenever I make another video, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon right next to it. Also, follow me on Twitter. I post a lot of stuff on there when I have time to. That, just a bit of warning, it's NSFW for a reason. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope to see you all again in the next video of whatever I made. And I'll see you all next time. Later.